Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to day 6 of distance learning. We are going to start a brand new week on our distance learning plan. Week 1 was completed. I received a bunch of emails, text, pictures of all the work that you guys were doing last week. I was really excited to go through and read through some of the things that you were working on. All of the writing's looking really good. One thing that I want to kind of just say to everybody is don't forget to continue to kind of focus on that handwriting and making sure that we are not capitalizing letters when we're not supposed to and lowercasing letters when we're supposed to. And the easy rule for that is for the beginning of the sentence, the first word is always capitalized, no matter if it's a proper noun, a common noun, any of those things that we talk about. The first word is always capitalized. And then going through there, proper nouns are always capitalized. And for anybody who may need a refresher or even adults who may need some refreshers, proper nouns are those nouns that are very specific or special. Names are proper nouns. They're always capitalized. Days of the week, months, names of restaurants, names of companies, names of games, all these other things always get a capital letter because they are very specific. So an example is board game is just common. We don't really know which one, but Monopoly is a very specific noun, so that would get a capital letter. So just a little thing that I kind of noticed, but really good to read through all those writing prompts. I've kind of got some new writing prompts for you this week that I think are pretty fun and engaging, and then next week we'll kind of actually start to have some writing prompts that might have to do with maybe one of these books up here. Can't see the other one, The Sit-In, Gandhi, Nelson Mandela. So I'm going to start recording some lessons, and you guys are going to follow along with me as if we were having a lesson on the carpet. So it'll be interesting because I won't get to ask all those awesome questions and have you guys help me learn through the curriculum. So we'll see how it goes, but we're going to try our best to be innovative and try new things out as we go. So today I am 0 for 5 now because I forgot to call on people at the end of the morning meeting yesterday for these 1 more, 1 less, 10 more, 10 less. So we're going to try it again today. And that's what I tell you guys all the time is mistakes are just part of life. And instead of me saying, oh man, I've got no out of 5, I'm trying to come up with ways to better myself and make sure that I start to fix some of those mistakes. So I'm going to do that right now. So the people that I'll need help with answering these 4 questions tomorrow are Valentina, John, Jamie, and Julian. So those families look for an email. I'll be asking you guys for help on answering tomorrow's 1 more, 1 less, 10 more, 10 less. And so that way I can actually call on kids rather than just kind of guessing what they would guess. So today is the 123rd day of school. 1 more than 123, focusing on that ones place. There's a 3 there, so I just got to think, what is 1 more than 3? That's 4, so 124. 1 less, same thing. There's a 3 there. 1 less than 3 is 2, and that means that 1 less than 123 is 122. 10 more. Same thing, but in the tens place. So really good that we understand place value and we can talk about tens and ones and hundreds. Is 133 rather than 23. 10 more than 20 is 30. 10 less than 20 is, hopefully you count back, you either using fingers or mental math, and you said 113. Today is the 31st of March. Tomorrow will be the start of the best month, in my opinion. And yesterday was the 30th of March. And my question is, how many more sunny days are there than cloudy days? And I'm going to call one camper and see if you can answer this for tomorrow. Alina is the camper. Alina, there are 45 sunny days and there are 42 cloudy days. Almost made my mistake, but I caught it. So if there are 45 sunny days and 42 cloudy days, how many more sunny days? Because we know there's more. 45 is bigger than 42. But how many more is that? So I'll email you and Mom Alina, and we'll see if we can get that answer. Today's schedule. This morning we are starting with weather really quickly. So we've talked about how the forecast changes throughout the week and almost changes every hour because of how the weather is. And when we studied extreme weather, we talked about how up in the sky, wind can push weather up from the south and down from the north and all this other stuff. And so the weather has kind of changed a little bit. I said there wasn't much rain until next week. And now in our forecast, we have rain. It's called PM showers. So there's in time, and we will learn this whenever it gets into like early June or late May. But time, there's AM and PM. AM is everything from midnight up until lunchtime. And then PM is anytime from lunchtime on. And so it's saying that there's going to be PM showers, which just means I think it's going to rain possibly from about 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. So that might be a good way to fall asleep tonight, or I just want you guys to be aware of that. But for the rest of the week, tomorrow says mostly cloudy. Thursday is still mostly sunny. Friday says partly cloudy. Saturday partly cloudy. Sunday partly cloudy. Monday mostly sunny. Tuesday showers. Wednesday cloudy. And next Thursday is showers. So after today, fingers crossed, it says there's not much rain. And it says that the sun should be starting to poke out just a little bit. Now, moving on to our schedule this week. We had weather for reading and writing today. The big thing is going to be to read 2 more stories on RazKids. I did see a bunch of activity on RazKids. For campers and families, I made a quick tutorial on how to get on to RazKids. It's a little different than most of the other websites, and so there are those on our YouTube channel. Feel free to share that with anybody. I made that video public and a couple others. So you'll do 2 stories on RazKids, and then I want you to get onto Lexia Core 5 today. Just for 10 minutes is what I put on your learning plan today, and that's really just to get you ready for the remainder of distance learning, is because Lexia is going to kind of take the place of our Words Their Way, and it's a word study. How are words combined? How are they taken apart? When we're spelling words, how can we stretch them out into chunks to help us spell? So it's going to be a really good program for us to get to know. Of course, let me know if you have any problems with that. I'm going to call 7 people each day until Friday. So I'm going to try to call some this morning, some this afternoon, and let you know. Also, for those families that are choosing to print off the ELA packet, it might be a good idea to print that off today. If you are not, then there are learning plans here at school. They changed it from 8:30 to 3:30 to 8 to 2 o'clock. So make sure that if you are not able to print, or if you're not feeling like printing off all those pages, that you get up here to the school as whenever you can today to pick those up. Let me know if you're having a hard time getting out and about, and I can actually go and pick up a couple and have them here at my apartment, and you can come pick them up outside my apartment. I live literally right behind the school, so it's not much more of a travel, or much more of a trip than to the school. So that's reading and writing. Journal writing today. Imagine you found a magical camera from the future. When you started to look at the pictures, what sort of things did you see? How did you react to the futuristic pictures? Remember to use transition words like first, then, next, also, and finally. So one big thing that I've noticed in our writing is we are starting to use some more of that topic sentence, but remember that the topic sentence should never have the word because in it. In a paragraph, the topic sentence is that first sentence, and then all the information after that is your because. You're telling me what the because is right after that. So cut off that topic sentence a little bit shorter. So an example of your topic sentence could be, oh my gosh, I just found a magical camera. When I looked inside, and I would put a period after camera. So, oh my gosh, I just found a magical camera. And instead of a period, I might put an exclamation point, a different type of punctuation. And then I would go into, the first thing that I saw was a picture of a flying car, period. I wonder how those things work, question mark. And then you can kind of go into after that. But just remember that, like a lot of, I've seen a couple writing prompts that are just have such amazing information, but only one or two punctuation marks in it. And so we want to try to figure out where can we stop a sentence and start a new one, because we don't want a big, long, one paragraph that is only one sentence. That's those run-on sentences. So just wanted to give you guys a reminder there. Snack, bring break, outside time, lunch. You guys will be doing lesson 6 on Zern. If you're already past lesson 6, you just go to the next one. There's also an extension page that you can do for some like pencil and paper. Actually, it's not an extension page. Today is Tangy Tuesday. I almost forgot. It's Tangy Tuesday today. So option B is our level. It's a really good 2nd grade level. So option B would be good. I'll email that out to you guys with this YouTube update. Option C is at a much harder level. It's more 3rd grade, almost end of the year, 3rd grade. So it's a really good challenge. Shout out to Thomas for completing the level C. He was doing some things on area and perimeter and decimals and breaking up time and adding fractions, all this other stuff. It's really, really challenging. I was really excited to see him take on that challenge. And so that can be your extension today. And honestly, if you want to do only about 10 or 15 minutes of Zern, even if that's not a full lesson, and switch to Tangy Tuesday, that's totally fine. And you can send me a picture of that Tangy Tuesday. Social studies today. It's our last day of social studies until we switch to science, Mr. Ben's science, for the remaining of this week 2 distance learning plan. And I just came up with a fun little thing to just reinforce rules and laws. And on the plan it says, at school we learned about rules and laws. The rules and laws are used to keep our community safe, or they are used to keep order in the community as well. And keeping order just means that we are keeping the peace. We are keeping the citizens are not going crazy and driving on the sidewalk or throwing trash on the ground. Keeping order is just kind of keeping the place clean, keeping the community calm, keeping everybody safe and everything else. So that's what just keeping order means. And then I said, your task is to create a community of your choice. It can be a pretend community or a community that you are a part of right now. So maybe you want to make up your own community like I did. I made up a community that is a football-only community. No other sports, no other TV. It's just football all the time. And some of you, that might sound fun, like Jamie and Charlie. You guys might want to join my community. And other people, like Charlotte, I know you would rather just have a all hockey possibly or something like that. Once you have thought about your community, I want you to write and illustrate, if you would like, 5 rules for your community. And illustrating is just adding pictures to your rules, but the main thing is the writing out the rules. And I said, example for my football only community is rule number 1, no playing basketball or you must fill all the water bottles. When I was in football, I really disliked not or having to fill up the water bottles and screw on the water bottles and all this other stuff. So that would be the first rule, and I even provided a consequence for breaking that rule. So no basketball, no playing basketball at all. And I would have to think of my other 4 rules that I would choose for my community. Or you could choose a community. Maybe you want to make rules for our online classroom community. What are some rules you can think that might help us out for Zoom in our online classrooms? And so I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with that. And please just send me a picture of those rules, and I can kind of read a couple of those tomorrow for our morning meeting. So that's it, guys. Happy learning. Let me know. 7 of you should be getting a Zoom or a call from me today, and I can't wait to continue to learn with you guys. All right, bye.